This is Jupiter Today for the 20th of November, 2014. Jupiter Today is a daily podcast focusing attention on the Jupiter system for the purpose of monitoring activity. The position of Jupiter at 0 hours UT today on the celestial sphere is a right ascension of 9 hours, 37 minutes, 47.4 seconds, and a declination of positive 14 degrees, 52 minutes, 38.6 seconds. The angular separation between the Sun and Jupiter today is 95.517 degrees, and that's 0.948 degrees larger than yesterday. The distance from Earth to Jupiter is 765,935,095 kilometers, and that's 2,337,814 kilometers closer than yesterday. Jupiter appears to be moving toward Earth at a velocity of 97,408.92 kilometers per hour. This velocity is slowing down by 5.163 kilometers per hour every hour. Io begins the day in quadrant 3, moving west. Europa spends nearly the entire day in quadrant 1, moving east. Ganymede spends the entire day in quadrant 1, also moving east. So Europa and Ganymede are on the far side of Jupiter, appearing to move away from Jupiter to the west. And Callisto spends its entire day moving west in quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 is on the near side of Jupiter. At 6 hours UTC, Io reaches its western elongation and enters quadrant 4 to begin moving east. Europa continues to move in quadrant 1, moving west. At 12 hours UTC, Io is in quadrant 4, moving east. Europa is in quadrant 1, also moving east but very near to its eastern elongation. Ganymede continues its motion east, and Callisto is still moving west in quadrant 3. By 1800 hours, Io has just passed behind Jupiter and has entered quadrant 1, moving east. Europa reaches its western elongation and is now moving west in quadrant 2. And at 0 hours UTC tomorrow, Io is in quadrant 1, moving east. Europa is in quadrant 2, moving west. Callisto continues moving east, moving west, and Ganymede continues moving east. Jupiter satellite events. There are 2 today. The first is at 14:18 UTC when Io disappears into the shadow of Jupiter. And the second event today happens at 17:53 when Io reappears from behind the disk of Jupiter. There are no satellite mutual events today. There are 3 red spot meridian crossings, the first at 1:19, the second at 11:15, and the third at 20:11. There are no new images or data to report. Images can often be used for weather monitoring, but I did want to introduce a new set of data. This is radio data taken on the 17th of November at the UT time indicated below. The vertical axis shows the frequency in megahertz, and you can see the various signals coming in through radio at those frequencies. There were also no papers published in the past 24 hours about Jupiter, so please subscribe. I'd also like to hear any comments you might have. And until tomorrow, I bid you peace.